So can I get a show of hands who celebrates Cinco de Mayo or who knows family or friends who celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Perfect. So I too celebrate Cinco de Mayo. My friends and my family do too. However, most of the people do not know what it actually means. So today we're going to talk about why it's celebrated, when it's celebrated, who celebrates it, where it's celebrated, and then finally how it's celebrated. So let's start with the why and the when of this tradition. Starting with the history, it started with the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862, when 4,000 ill-equipped Mexican soldiers defeated an army of 8,000 French troops, quoted by David Leonard in Latino History and Culture. So it is in fact not Mexican Independence Day, which can sometimes be confusing because most people think that it is the Mexican Independence Day, which happens to be on September 16th, 1810. And then moving to the present, even though it's celebrated in America, as we see in all the parties that happen during that weekend, it is actually not a major celebration in Mexico, and David Hayes Bautista is a witness to the fact that it is not a major celebration in Mexico, quoted in his book, El Cinco de Mayo, An American Tradition, when he went to Guadalajara to take some notes about this tradition and see if it was actually real. And these Mexican Americans who came to America who celebrate, they are really trying to maintain a sense of self-identity and appreciate their homeland or that of their ancestors, which can be found in Joanna Captain's book, Nations and Nationalism. Overall, they really want to celebrate overcoming hardships because, as you can see, the 4,000 ill-equipped Mexican soldiers were not supposed to defeat an army of 8,000 troops, so they want to respect the dignity in that. And now that we know when and why the celebration came to be, now we can talk about the who and the where. So there are three main celebrators. There are the people from Puebla, Mexico, Mexican Americans who also call themselves Chicanos or Chicanas, which is what they called themselves before it became a more derogatory term. And then there are non-Mexican Americans. So the people of Puebla, Mexico, they have an annual parade in their community, which includes their students, their military, everyone, and it's kind of a stimulation of what happened on that day in 1862. And then there are Mexican Americans, and these people are the Mexicans who immigrated here to the United States in the 1950s and 1960s, and they wanted to make their presence known in the United States because they were proud of who they are and where they came from. And lastly, there are non-Mexican Americans. So this is where the term Cinco de Drinko comes in. It's kind of a weekend or a day for non-Mexican Americans to party and have fun. And now that we know who celebrates, we can talk about when they celebrate it, or where they celebrate it. So the top left is the parade in Puebla. The middle is the Cinco de Mayo Brew Fest in Salem, Oregon. And these two are in LA and Chicago, so some of the two largest cities that are home to some of the largest Hispanic population. And Portland Cinco de Mayo Fiesta. So these are just a few of the activities that happened. I chose ones that were close to here and also that were very large. So now we've talked about the why, the when, the who, and the where. Now we can talk about how it's celebrated. So these are some traditional food and beverages. I'll be going over three different areas of how it's celebrated. This is the first. And these traditional food and beverages are actually just in any common event in a Hispanic culture, not necessarily just for Cinco de Mayo, but they are eaten and drank. So first we have tamales, guacamole, lots of tequila, tacos, and enchiladas. Second, we have their clothing. So as for women, they have two different types of dresses they can wear as the top two. First is the escaramuza, as you can see on the left, and that is more common in most areas and can be found in almost any city or state in Mexico. And then the second is the China poblana dress. And that originates from the city of Puebla, where the Battle of Puebla was waged on Cinco de Mayo, quoted by Jacqueline Garcia in her article, Mexican Dresses, a Cinco de Mayo Tradition. And that's seen on the right. So those can be more colorful and they're more home to that specific city. So you'll really see those in Puebla itself. And as for the men, they wear the soldier attire. So like I said, they reenact this whole Battle of Puebla on the day of Cinco de Mayo to commemorate their ancestors. And lastly, we have dancing and music. So, like I said about the food, mariachi bands are actually common in almost any major event in a Hispanic culture. However, they're played a lot in Cinco de Mayo traditions. And then, specific to Cinco de Mayo, Mexican folk dancing is very common. And because this specific tradition has been more Americanized, I added a few artists known as Pitbull, Enrique Iglesias, and Don Omar, just because they're popular in almost any Hispanic and American culture, and they really represent both. So now we've talked about why, when, who, where, and how of the tradition. So I've covered all 5 aspects that I've talked about. So I hope that when you celebrate Cinco de Mayo that you remember the tradition, even if it includes an excess of tacos and tequila. Thank you.